My name is Jonathan Taylor, and um, a little about my background. There's really nothing conventional about it. As a kid, people would always ask the question, Jonathan, what do you want to be when you grow up? And the only answer I would always have was, I don't know, alive, healthy, and to look back on it, those are probably the best answers. My very first job was a record deal at Capitol Records. Things didn't work out in a certain type of a way. I learned a lot in terms of winning. I learned a lot about losing. I learned about being gracious in defeat. So much so that while my record deal didn't work out, it worked out in a way where they hired me to come in and write songs for other artists that were on the radio that I still collect royalties on all of these years later. This is something that happened in the mid 1990s, by the way. So going on a lot of years. um, It helped me get through my bachelor's degree. When I graduated from the Cal State that I attended, they offered me a position to work for Upward Bound. I said, sure, okay, cool, let's do Upward Bound. Their grant expired, and a friend of mine at another college, he said, hey, we need a director for student housing. How about it? I said, all right, cool. I'll go be the director of student housing. And while I was at that job, is where I earned my master's degree in education. And that's not the type of job that has a very long shelf life. But I did that job for about 5 years, getting burned out on it. And another friend of mine said, hey, I've got grants to do after school programs. And it was a big period of time when our then governor, Arnold Schwarzenegger, like that was his big thing for California was after school. And I'm thinking to myself, man, I've been working with college kids all this time. Do I really want to go work with a bunch of kids? And the answer was no, I didn't want to do it. But I'm so glad that I did. It was one of the most rewarding experiences. And that position carried me into the space for substitute teaching. And while I was substitute teaching, I remained an executive at Universal Music Group for, well, I've been running parallel careers altogether. So it was during this time as a substitute teacher, approximately a year and a half ago, uh, coworker asked me to cover her special ed math class while she was on a medical leave. This was something that was supposed to only last for a month, and this assignment of mine did not end until March of this year. And it was one of the most profound work experiences that I've ever had. So much so that it led me to the space to where I'm actually pursuing a credential in the area. So, if you were to ask me today, what do I want to be when I grow up? My answer would probably still be the same: alive, healthy, but I would add happy to the list. And my reason for saying that is not because I'm thinking I'm Peter Pan and I'm ever going to grow up, but I feel that once you've decided that you've grown up, you've decided that you're done growing. And my career path, as unconventional as it has been, record deals, working in entertainment, the launch of my own podcasting distribution network and digital music network, the constant pursuit of growth is a big piece of what carries me. I like to learn more about the language in special ed. I like to learn more about the acronyms because there seems to be a million of those. And I really want to learn more about the case management side